Oh, yes, we are really gunning for it. Catwoman. Oh. So, the Catwoman is based on the character Catwoman, Selena Kyle, but this isn't Selena Kyle. This is a brand new character, Patience Phillips. But anyway, it stars Halle Berry as Catwoman, plus Benjamin Bratt and Sharon Stone. The film centers on Patient Phillips, a meek designer who discovers a conspiracy within the cosmetics company she works for that involves a dangerous product that could cause widespread health problems. Oh no! Not health problems, anything but that. After being discovered and murdered by the conspirators, she is revived by CGI, terrible CGI Egyptian, one of the worst CGI Egyptians cats that grant her superhuman cat-like abilities, allowing her to become a fucking slutty, sexy whore, Catwoman. And also, she's also has a romantic relationship with a detective played by Benjamin Bratt who pursues her. This is one of the worst films of all time. Like, I'm just gonna put this out right out there. All right, I hate this movie. I really do. Everyone hates this movie. It's one of the worst superhero movies of all time. It's one of the worst movies of all time. You bring in someone like Halle Berry, Benjamin Bratt, Sharon Stone. I love these actors. Absolutely love these actors. What the hell happened? So I'll tell you what happened. Well, actually, I'll tell you what happened. So here's how. So before I get into the plot, as I always do, here comes the little history lesson. All right. It's not Selena Kyle. It's a brand new character, Patience Phillips. What kind of fucking name is that? Who takes on the Catwoman name. And this is not the traditional Catwoman that we all know and love from the comic books, and I wish they would have stuck towards the comics. But this Catwoman is more of a hysterical. Well, it's actually actually it is. It is. This movie is hysterical, but it's a historical figure. But anyway, the idea of a Catwoman spinoff came after Batman Returns with Michael Keaton and Michelle Pfeiffer and Danny DeVito. Michelle Pfeiffer's portrayal of the character was very popular with the audience. I loved her performance. Michelle's portrayal of Catwoman, Selena Kyle in Batman Returns. They wanted Michelle to come back and play Catwoman in her own spin-off movie, but she had some complications. She was busy, busy being a mother. She wanted to, spend some time and to take care with her children, which is something which I think every parent should do. Your children, taking care of our children is something every parents need to do, and I understand why she decided not to come back and portray the character. And also, she was busy with other projects, so because of that, she couldn't come back. As a result, the movie was in development hell, what is known as development hell, for another 9 years until news came out that Halle Berry would be playing the character, and the movie was finally made, and the rest was history. And very infamously. So, yeah, yeah, it this movie was panned by critics and audiences, including me, alike, for having almost nothing to do with the character of Selena Kyle, the Catwoman. Why couldn't they just recast the character and make it in the same universe as the Michael Keaton Batman movies? Why couldn't they just do that. It has nothing to do with the character it's based on, except for the name Catwoman. Oh, God. The biggest issue with this film, the biggest issue with this film is that it has no connection, almost no connection with the Batman character of the same name. If anything, it feels like more like a gender swapped version of the Crow, or Animal Swapped, if you've seen that movie. And the character was, like I said, the character was renamed to Patient Phillips instead of Selena Kyle, just like the comics. So, and it's also, there's any lack of continuity, and like, it's just, the plot is also very mediocre. It's a mediocre plot, and it feels like I'm watching like a TV show. It feels like the plot is pretty mediocre. I mean, like, we got like Sharon Stone. She's the villain of the movie, and she has these. Thinking about this movie is just giving me. I'm sorry if I'm all over. If I'm all over the place. Right now. I'm thinking about this movie in my mind, which is very painful. You got some great actors here. Too bad their characters and the writings and everything was made them horrible, made them shit. Halle Berry did a terrible job portraying Catwoman. I love Halle Berry as an actress. She's, I love her as an actress. I love her as a person, but it just felt like she was playing. It felt like she was playing just a different character. I mean, of course, she is a different character, and also like the way they told Catwoman's origin story is just some of the worst writing I've ever seen. And also the editing. Oh my God, the editing is also terrible. It's terrible editing, with like, especially it's more noticeable to me, for me, during the action sequences, like when she's, and also because of the CGI. And speaking of the CGI, it's absolutely atrocious. The CGI in this movie is absolutely atrocious. From the CGI cats, I'm a huge cat person. I love cats, all right? But these cats look so obviously CGI. It's so noticeable. It's terrible. They didn't polish it. They didn't like perfect it. It's so noticeable. The CGI is also more noticeable when Catwoman is doing all these parkour, jumping from one place to another, like whether it's on the ceiling and from the ceiling to the ground, to the floor, or from one building to another, using a lot of CGI for all the more insane, action scenes. So yeah. And I don't know how to pronounce the director's name. Pitoff. But anyway, the director, but I don't know how to pronounce pronounce his name. But he does a weak job of directing and handling, handling this movie, and as a result, it permanently killed off his directorial career. This is a little known fact. I just looked it up. I looked up the director's filmography and everything, and I came across something. This permanently killed off his directorial career. So yeah, there's that, and also the costume. This is awful. This is atrocious. All right. She wears like these plastic like black pants. It's all like whipped off. She has like it's like she's dressed like a stripper. That's what she is. This isn't Catwoman, all right? This is like a stripper. This is a cat stripper, not Catwoman. This is cat stripper. She's dressed up as like it's supposed, it's supposed to be sexy, to make. I mean, I might turn you. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the costume might turn you on. Seeing, I mean, Halle Berry is a very attractive woman, so maybe you get turned on seeing her as that. I remember the first time. I remember the first time I saw this. I saw the poster for this movie. I was like, damn, that's sexy. But I was a little. But keep in mind, I was a little kid. I was stupid. Little kids, all right. Little kids make bad decisions, and as they grow up, as they grow older, they start learning from their mistakes. They start, getting, more smarter, and start recognizing and getting aware of everything around them. That's how, it's human. It's a human nature thing to do, to be. But this costume. Let me just pull this up right here. Where the hell is it? Where the hell? The costume. Here we go. So the costume designer wanted, and I quote, "We wanted a very reality-based wardrobe to show the progression from demure, repressed patience to the sensual awakening of a sexy warrior goddess." End quote. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what they were doing when they were making this costume. It's like I said, it looks like she looks like a stripper. She really does. It doesn't look badass. It doesn't look cool. It doesn't look anywhere accurate. There's no accuracy to the comic books. It's just a stripper outfit. It really is. And the dialogue is laughably terrible. Like Laurel, in one point of the movie, Laurel, one of the characters, says "game over," and the patient responds by saying it's overtime. What does that even mean? And at times, it's just like Halle Berry is going on this dinner date with Benjamin Bratt, and she's eating like fucking tuna from sushi. She's hissing like a cat. So many like cat puns. And there's so many sexual scenes too. And I feel like it was very unnecessary and just needlessly. Oh God, everything about this movie is horrible. Catwoman is one of my worst, and I'm pretty sure all of your worst, like superhero movies of all time. All right. And one thing I will always remember that I will pull away from Catwoman, and is what Halle Berry said at the Razzies, and I will never forget. It was so hilarious when she got her award. So yeah, let's see here. It won so many categories for the Golden Raspberry Awards. It won in the categories of, let's see here, Worst Picture, Worst Actress, Worst Director, and Worst Screenplay. Halle Berry got a Razzie for I'm gonna assume Worst Actress, and she said, and I quote, "A piece of shit, god awful movie," and I was laughing at her acceptance speech, and everyone in the audience in that video where she was accepting her award was laughing, and I love it. I love it. Like, it's just, why is it? By the way, we also have like, by the way, the romance between Benjamin Bratt and like Halle Berry. I've seen better romance movies. All right, I've seen better. I've seen better. I've seen better movies with better romance and better chemistry between two lead actors. All right, this is not one of them. All right, and also, why is the plot of the movie like it? Like I said earlier, it's a mediocre plot. Like, but like one of the things I really don't understand. I can't believe they actually did it. Was like, why cosmetics? Why? Because it's a woman. Because it's a woman, and why? Because Catwoman is a woman, and the villain is beauty and cosmetics. Because that's what women. Because that's what all women want in the world. Because that's what women are. They're obsessed with makeup and cosmetic supplies and what the fuck. Sharon Stone is a terrible villain, antagonist. Oh God. Anyway, Catwoman, like I said, Catwoman is one of my worst superhero movies and movie overall of all time. It's right up there with Batman and Robin, with Fan Force Stick. All right, it's that awful. It's that shit. All right, it's complete garbage. Don't watch it. Don't see this movie. All right. I've seen, there are better movies out there. We all know that. There's tons, dozens of them. Go watch one of those, all right? But it's like, yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of, despite it, it was, there is something. Catwoman was the highest grossing female-led superhero film at the time, until Wonder Woman came out in 2017. Throughout the years, ever since the movie was released, several critics have, watched the movie. We watched the movie again, and we evaluated the film in a more positive light. I don't know why, but anyway, it kind of created a cult following, and which Halle Berry herself celebrated in last year in 2021. So there's that. So, but anyway, this is worst. I wish, like I said, I wish they would have recast. If Michelle Pfeiffer didn't want to come back, then just recast the character. Who cares if Halle Berry is, who cares if in the comics Catwoman is Caucasian and, Halle Berry isn't? Just recast it. Just recast different actress, different actor, same character. There's no problem. No problem at all. But they created a new story with a new character, with a new character, with a piece of shit garbage plot, cosmetics and beauty supplies, because she's a woman. Anyway, Catwoman, thank you so much for taking your time to listening to me talking about one of the worst films of all time. And, thank you so much for taking your time to listening to my review. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see all of you lovely people really soon.